Hey, salute everyone, salute. It's the Real Buzz, Knicks Real Talk Association where the streets are buzzing, the real buzz. I got my man CT. We about to get in here and give you guys some content on the Knicks and the NBA, man. I hope y'all doing well. Thanks for coming in and checking out the video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channels. The Knicks Real Talk and the streets are buzzing. CT, what's going on, my brother? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm well, fam. I'm well. Appreciate you. Happy to be here chopping it up. The Real Buzz. Let's get it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanksgiving weekend, man. We're gonna get into some Knicks talks and NBA talk. You go around association and talk about what's going on in the NBA. But first and foremost, we got to deal with our beloved Knicks. At the having a good game last night against the LA Lakers at MSG at the world most famous arena. Knicks played the Lakers. We went in there, man. Tough, good game. Had a big lead, but leads obviously in the NBA, leads does get shrunk by other teams. Everybody makes their run, but for the most part, CTV won and hung in there and won the game. Knicks moved to 10-8 on the season, looking real good, man. So it was really good live energy at the Garden last night. Good performance overall from the Knicks. They played hard. They bent but never broke. The good thing to see, and we're gonna get into that, man. I think it was an all-around good win for us, guys, to get us back off the on the winning ways. Going to the tough schedule we got coming up in the next 10 games, gonna be pretty daunting. But I think after watching last night's game, give me a lot of hope, CT, that I think we're gonna be able to weather this storm and get back on track.
Yeah, I agree. Really positive win. It wasn't pretty, but we got the win. That's what's most important this stage of the season, right? Picking up early wins, it's going to be critical for later in the season. But Divine, I was really happy with some things to come out of the game. That was Evan Fournier, getting out of his slump. It was gave Julius Randle some help, 26 points, shot the ball well, shot it from deep, was on fire early in the game. And I think, we'll figure out how to close games out as the season goes. The chemistry's building. And I think Julius Randle also is learning to trust these guys some more. Kemba Walker still finding his feet as well. So, I'm excited for what that game could signify coming up. A couple tough games coming up, a tough stretch for the Knicks. So hopefully this turns things around.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think it was a real important game because, like I said, we just wanted to get back to our winning ways. We just needed a win to break the ice. We played a good game in Chicago. We really did play the good game, but obviously we wasn't able to close it out and everything like that. But that game last night was important. Like you said, Fournier bounced back. The second unit playing real well. RJ knocked down some good shots in the game, rebounding real well. RJ Barrett lately has been rebounding the ball very well. So that's good to see that he's contributing in other ways when don't have to score a lot of points. So that was all around good game. Emmanuel quickly and the Obi Toppin coming off the bench with Alex Burks. Noel gave us some real solid minutes. Julius Randle. Really competed against the Lakers last night, man, with that big front line they have down there. The ball movement was good. The 3-point shot was good. And like I said, like you said as well, was Fournier, just good to see him get back to it, man. We know what this guy could do, man. He's a 10-year savvy veteran, could shoot the ball real well. I'm just so glad to see that he had a good game at MSG last night. So I think it bodes well for us going forward if he can finally get back to what he do best. And hope Kemba Walker can finally get his legs under him. And we just keep grinding, keep just doing what New York City do, and next thing you know, man, we're gonna be looking pretty good up in here.
Yeah, straight facts, Divine. These are NBA veterans, ladies and gents. So we signed them at the price we signed them for a reason. They're produced throughout their whole careers as well. I know they started off real slow. They were definitely in a slump, and criticism was justified, especially of Fournier. However, law of averages, he was always going to turn things around. Like I said, you don't be a 16-point per game scorer for most of your career and then just fall off the face of the earth. So I think Evan Fournier, he got more touches early. They looked at, they ran some plays. They found ways to get him involved. And that's what happens, what a shooter needs, Divine. They need early touches to feel comfortable. He went 7 minutes without a shot in the second, with just one shot in the second quarter. and that contributed to our slump, I think. So we need to definitely get back to moving the ball. and I think will be a problem for teams.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right with that. If you look at the category that we always like to make sure we do well in, we rebounded pretty well. You know what I mean? Especially going up against a team with size like that. They got, Hall of Famers on that team. Anthony Davis will be. Carmelo already know he is one. Westbrook will be. You know what I mean? They got Dwight Howard there. They got a bunch of savvy veterans, and we went and competed. You know what I mean? Like I said, we bent, but we didn't break. And that's what you want to see, that New York City gritty committee style type of basketball where you go hard. And even teams always going to make a run. Like I said, it's the NBA, it's association. People going to make runs. They're going to make their adjustments coming out of the half or before the half. And they catch you sleeping. They're going to go in there and try to get back into the game. They did that last night, but I was so excited and so happy to see that they did not bend. I mean, they bent, but they didn't break. Excuse me. They got them down to 2 points. They never let them take that lead. And to me, that's huge for the psyche of this team, for the morale of the team. Know that hey, people are going to get at us, but we're not going to bend on this thing. You know what I mean? We're not going to break and let them fold to the pressure. I think they did that. What can I say about the second unit? Minus Derrick Rose, minus Mitchell Robinson, minus Todd Gibson. They was able to go in there and win by committee. Like I say, the New York City gritty committee, they won by committee. You know what I mean? Things wasn't perfect, but things never going to be perfect. But, they played good enough to win the game and the W, which is more important, that you get the W at the end of the night. You live to fight another day with a win, and we did that. And knowing that we got a pretty tough schedule coming up, it was good to see MSG buzzing last night. It was just on fire. Two of the historic franchises in the league was playing last night. Lakers in New York. Don't get East Coast, West Coast, two historic franchises. You know what I mean? And for that Garden to be live like that, and the Knicks to come out and get a fan base something to be happy about and win the game. I was really excited. So I'm excited to see what we're going to be doing moving forward. But for that game last night, minus LeBron James, he was out serving suspension, because of what happened the other night, the altercation that he was involved in, CT. But you play who in front of you. You don't worry about who's not there, who's there. You know what I mean? Because we were down men, they down men too. But at the end of the day, we walked out with a victory, and I think that was real special.
Yeah, you said it. And another story to come out of the game was our record for national televised games continues to be, very, very strong. It's a positive sign that this club gets up for big games. Boston, Philly, LA now. I'm missing probably one other one, I think. But yeah, national televised games. We get up for it. We're playing. Our record against top teams is great. I know our record is poor against poor teams, but I think we'll correct that. We'll correct that. We're beating rivals, and you got to be happy with that as a New York Knicks fan. Beating traditional rivals, taking it to them. And also, to piggyback off what you said about the bench, I think that's been our strength all season long. Guys are even starting to take that next step. Obi Toppin, Alec Burks has found his groove as well. And I feel so confident whenever that second unit comes in, that the other team just can't handle that. They just can't keep up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you're right, man. The energy, like Tom Thibodeau said, the energy coming out of that second unit is amazing. At fourth quarter, Burks playing good basketball, quickly playing good basketball, and the emergence of Obi Toppin is so impressive to see the way they playing ball and the way they started their rookie campaign. They had a tough rookie campaign with the COVID situation, no summer league and things of that nature, no solid long training camp. But this year they came in with a different mindset. They had, they went to the select team, Obi Toppin and Emmanuel quickly. They had the summer league. They did well there. Good training camp, working in Terrytown all summer long. And now you're starting to see the results of that hard work. And along with the veterans coming in there, man, I think they're doing well. We got some good young rookies who going to eventually get their burn. And, Grimes came in the game last night and helped us out. I think he played a good plus game last night. He didn't score, but what he did on the defense was decent. So it was good to see that happen. And I think we just got to keep moving forward this thing, man. And I think the best is yet to come. And it takes time. It wasn't built in one night. We know that. So it takes time for this thing to get into fruition. But I think it's starting to get there. We going into almost the first quarter of the season, but last night in the world most famous arena against the LA Lakers was a nice win for us, and so we could move on to the next game because we got a pretty tough schedule coming up. But overall, I'm excited. With the first 18 games, I'm excited about last night's game against the Lakers. That's a big team, a strong team, and when we played some good ball against them. Like I said, was it perfect? No, but we did play some good ball. So, we got to be happy about that, and then so we're going to get into it, man. We're going to keep fighting, to keep scrapping, and stay gritty, and get into this thing, and we're going to deal with some up and coming games on the schedule, because we do got a pretty tough schedule coming up. The New York Knicks, and so we can get into that, CT, and break down what we got going on in the next couple of games. But as you know, we got a back-to-back this weekend, CT. We got the Phoenix Suns coming to the Garden. Then we going down to the ATL. Which is going to be a crazy game. So I'm looking forward for this weekend basketball in New York.
Yeah, I'm real excited, man. Like I said, this win will catapult us onto a tough stretch. But I'm no doubt the team's full of confidence. With this win, picking up that off LA, and also the big story is that the fact that at the quarter waypoint after these next two games, Divine, we won't be any worse than 500. So we'll be a minimum a 500 team through the first quarter of the season. So I think that's a good platform, to launch throughout the rest of the season, to a good start, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. For me, this weekend is going to be real huge. I know Phoenix is playing good basketball. They're like 14-3 or something of that nature. They're playing real good ball. They probably got one of the best records in the association right now, and with the Golden State Warriors. And obviously, Atlanta, we got, that was that playoff situation with us, man. So we definitely got that on our mind this weekend. It's just another game, but at the same time, these are the guys that knocked us out the playoffs, and they did it kind of convincingly. So we're going to want to go down there to the ATL this weekend and really go on in and let them know that, this is a different Knicks team. And hopefully, with Mitchell Robinson get back, Derrick Rose might be able to get back. We can go down there with Todd, get to go full strength. But it's going to be a good weekend of basketball. But it starts in Phoenix with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and these guys, DeAndre Ayton. They got a good team down there, and the cats go hard down there. Mikal Bridges. They really got a solid team. These guys was in the finals last year, but obviously Milwaukee took care of them. So they looking to get back there. So they real hungry. So we got to go in there and play our A game. You already know what it is, Friday night Knicks. So it's going to be live and popping in New York Friday. We got the Phoenix Suns coming in there to the world most famous arena. We're going to try to go in there and get a win, CT. And I think we go down there and just, cross all our T's and dot all our I's. We might be able to come out there with a victory, regardless of who we playing. If we play on all cylinders Friday, I think we can come out there with a victory.
Yeah, that's two teams that we owe one to. Phoenix Suns, a couple real tough games last season. One went to overtime. We just failed to get over the line against them. But yeah, if the players don't get up for this, don't get juiced for these next two games, then I don't know what that will take. Phoenix Suns on a streak, the league's biggest streak at the moment. It's going to be a big test for this club, and I think they're going to be high off this win. And of course, how can we forget Atlanta, Divine? Atlanta, beat us in the playoffs last season, got off to a slow start this season. I think our upgrades as well. Really looking forward to seeing how that plays out. The two teams in different positions this time of the season compared to last season, and I think we've got everyone's measure. I don't think we should fear anybody right now, and I think the New York Knicks are definitely going to at worst split the two. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to them guys bringing. It seems like we get up against the competition. So the good competition. I'm looking forward to a real tough game, man. I really am, man. I'm looking for the Knicks going there. I think if you look at the last three games, we beat Houston. We played a good game against Chicago. We could have literally won that game. But we had that fourth quarter kind of, lapse where we let our defense let them guys kind of just start shooting threes all over the place. And then it kind of cost us the victory there in Chicago. But we bounced back real well against LA. And I think we've been playing good basketball the last, 4 or 5 games. Defense is starting to get better. They're starting to come around, and it looks good. So we can go into the Garden and just play some good, solid defense against Chris Paul and them guys, and take care of the home court. I really could see us coming out on Friday night with a victory in New York, and hopefully we can go in there and hopefully we have all our soldiers back, because like I said, the next day we got a back-to-back. We go down to Atlanta. And but I'm confident that we're gonna start playing pretty good ball. If our offense start coming around, we still can get the contributions from Fournier like we did the other night. Like I said, CT, if Fournier or RJ Barrett can give us a good game with Julius Randle having a good game, and the way our bench is playing, I think we're going to be all right because we really haven't played good ball all year on a consistent basis. And we still 10-8 in association. We won 10 games and we still haven't played good basketball. And everybody haven't clicked together yet. So let's hope that everything Friday, everything is clicking, man. The Garden going to be buzzing again. The energy going to be in the atmosphere. And like I said, I think the fans going to be ready to go Friday night Knicks. Let's go in there and try to get a W.
Yeah, straight facts. And like you said, we're waiting on a few players to return. Let's hope Derrick Rose, couple days rest, lets that man fully recover, comes back, boosts the second line up again, Divine. I think, our bench is the best in the league, especially with D Rose out there. Also the starters starting to find their groove, in, like you said, remnants of the Chicago game. Things look like they were starting to click for this club. And I'm not surprised. Veterans always try to figure things out, more practice, more meetings. The coaching staff's probably working overtime as well. And our defense has picked up, Divine. The last 3 games, our defense is getting back to what it was, getting stops, getting easy buckets out in transition. It starts with the defensive end with these clubs, keeping teams to 100 or below, so far. And I think, definitely, we've made improvements on that end and we need to continue that, and then our offense will be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it takes time, man. Like I said, when you got 2 guys coming to your starter lineup who wasn't there the previous year, it takes time to gel. When the season comes by fast. Training camp this year came by pretty fast. It went pretty fast because we had a 4-game preseason instead of 8. You know what I mean? So it's a big difference when you're coming out the gate opposed to only playing 4 games in preseason and compared to you might have played 8 some years. So but I do think these guys are going to get it together. I think Kemba Walker really get back into his groove sooner or later, and I think Evan Fournier, hopefully this might be where he coming back into his own. Because you remember, he shot pretty well in Houston. We had 17 points in Houston, not so much in Chicago, but he bounced back with 26. So you might see him finally starting to get his rhythm. You know what I mean? And if he does, I think that's going to be phenomenal. But this weekend going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend. I think the Knicks going to be up for it. I think the way our team is playing now, like I said, they come into the cohesion, they start to gel. And I think it's so important to realize, they got DeAndre Ayton down there. Like I said, they got, but we got guys too. You know what I mean? We got some good players down here as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Knicks come out of the gate Friday, and hopefully they can come out like they did against the Lakers. They came out blistering for the top. You know what I mean? They came out scoring out the door, and they got a good lead. And that's what we got to do more often. I think if Fournier and them can have for good first quarters, and it bodes well for our team, knowing that sometimes we might have to give up leads and then fight to stay in it. But I like the fight that's in them guys, man. I really did. So let's hope that these guys go down here and really get it going. And Friday night, come out here in MSG with a victory. I think this thing would be so awesome if we could pull this thing off. And CT will be back in a minute. So but yeah, we got to keep grinding, keep fighting, and keep playing New York Knicks basketball and get ready to get this thing going. We're looking well in the Eastern Conference right now. We're 7th in the East right now. And like I said, we haven't been playing great basketball, but we played enough great basketball to keep ourselves in contention with it. CT. So now that we 10-8, we right there. We looking pretty good, man. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we are, man. Apologies for that. Dropped out, but happy to be back. Yeah, like I said, we're approaching a tough stretch, and this team's going to show us exactly what they're made of, and the roster, the Big 15 that we spoke about. And I'm really happy you mentioned Quentin Grimes before too. He looked like he belonged. Divine. He defends. He's got great quickness laterally. He's a great 3-and-D wing, I think, in this league to come. And it's great to know we have that kind of depth. Depth off the bench. We know Kevin Knox hasn't even had a chance yet. Situationally, Quentin Grimes got in there, did his thing, for 5 minutes. And I'm looking forward to seeing him get more opportunity as the season goes along. Because there will be injuries, Divine. There will be back-to-backs. There will be players needing a break. And just knowing we've got an 11th man that can step in and perform and defend like that. And we haven't seen Deuce McBride too. He went down to Westchester, got some rust off. I'm glad he's back. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to see some of these cats, hopefully we're blowing some teams out and then they get more of an opportunity, but yeah, this club, I'm not worried. You know, we've got vets; they'll figure things out. The season's only not even a quarter way through. Like I said, to be 500 ball in the first quarter of the season, it's not a bad situation to be in this strengthened East.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, like you said, we'll get into the moving forward segment in a minute, man. We'll plug the show right quick, come back, man, and get back into it, man. Knicks Real Talk, the streets of Buzz, it's the real buzz. You know where to get it at, man, right here in Knicks Real Talk and at the streets of Buzz. Salute. Yeah, salute everyone. We back, man. You know, we got to take care of the plugs and all that good stuff, man. But thank you for watching the video. Y'all make y'all like and subscribe to at Knicks Real Talk. The streets are buzzing. We out here, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out the content. You know, for all the Knicks fans and the NBA fans, we got it right here for you. You know, we're gonna keep the show going. You know, and we like moving forward. CT. I'm just looking forward to the maturation and getting back to what we do best in New York City. We got quite a few tough games coming up on the schedule. Man, we got a really pretty tough schedule going down the road, man. We'll get into that. But just moving forward, I just want to see us get back to what we do in New York City, playing gritty basketball, playing solid defense, and moving the ball, sharing the ball, and just doing the things that a good team do to be successful. You know, and hopefully that guys can get back in the form moving forward with you know, like I want to see Fournier can continue doing what he's doing. I want to see RJ get him more on a consistent basis. And, you know, keep grinding at a young man like that, 21 years old, just his third year in the league, but he's making strides every year. I just want to see him continue the maturation and keep the process going and get better every day. He's playing good defense this year. He's taking on a new role, trying to lock down these wing defenders. And that's when you got to do that, chasing them guys all game long. It takes a lot of energy to do that. So sometimes he's not gonna have no nights because due to the fact he's using a lot of energy just to play a lot of these guys that's in the league that's tough at that 3 spot. You know, and Kemba Walker, obviously, man, you know, we still believe in Kemba Walker. We know that man, you know, can score the basketball with the best of them, you know, 4-time All-Star, 3rd team All-NBA, 10-year vet. You know, he'll get a stride going. That's what I want to see moving forward. Just all these guys continue to make strides. Mitchell Robinson get his win back, get a little bit more healthy, and come back, you know, and get that win going and do what he do down there in the paint with Nerlens Noel and just get back to the basics. I love to see Burks and all these guys continue doing what they're doing. And I think when the dust settles and everybody's clicking on the same cylinder, I think we're gonna have a good product down here to keep going moving forward.
Yeah, we haven't been consistent at all, Divine. So, you know, what happens when we start to click, you know, start to get more consistency in play, offensively, defensively, and, you know, there's going to be a lot more consistent results. You know, the Knicks have been winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. Like I said, 500 ball at the quarter way mark is a good place to build off because the team's getting experience together. They're playing, they're learning each other's tendencies. The coaching staff needed this period to learn a lot about some of the players that they got, some of the new recruits as well, and figure things out. Yeah, and, you know, you want to be peaking at the right time, Divine, too. Last time we peaked pretty late in the season. This season, I think we'll peak a bit earlier, you know, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good thing that we did go through what we going through now. You know, we would have came out the gate gang busting, don't happen a lot. You know, a lot of people might thought have been fool's gold. So I'm glad to see that we had some losses that we shouldn't have had. But it builds to me, you know, it builds character. You know what I mean? When you lose certain games like we lost to Orlando, the games we lost, you know, that we should have won. One thing it does build character. You know that you can correct your mistakes. You got to be better, and you can't take nobody for granted. It's the NBA, it's the association. No boys allowed. You know what I mean? You know, this a grown man's league, and they have to make sure every night they know they're going up against grown men in good competition, and everybody got game plans too. You know what I mean? You know, but if you execute what your coach put out there, what Tibbs put out there, try to execute the game plan to your best of your ability and play with maximum effort. You know, you could compete against anybody. With this competing is playing with maximum effort. You know what I mean? And I think that our guys, they play with maximum effort last night. You know, and that team they played, you know, listen, they had superstars out there. You know what I mean? And we still competed. You know what I mean? And I love that. So giving that effort and playing with a lot of grittiness, a lot of passion, and playing wise and intelligent and sticking to the game plan. I think that's what we got to do moving forward, man. Just get back to the basics. And I think once we do that, CT, I think we're going to be fine going forward. I'm not concerned about this team because I just think that it takes time. Rome wasn't built in one day, like they said. So, you got to give it time, man. But, we're in an 18-game of the season going into the 19th. We're almost to the quarter season now. And, the real buzz, we'll go over the quarter of the season review next week when we drop the video and look at the Knicks whole first quarter of the season. So we'll put that out there for you guys, TT. But in the meantime, we just got to keep moving forward and playing hard.
Yeah, I like what you said about the character issues, building on that. These losses do build character, absolutely. A lot of film sessions to break down, correcting things at the right time. If you want to make mistakes, you want to make them early so that you have plenty of time to correct these things. And I think that's exactly what's happening right now. We're starting to look more cohesive in the last week or so. And I think, I'm excited for this test coming up. Two really, really tough opponents, the best in the league coming up, in terms of Phoenix, Atlanta as well, bring us a lot of problems. They're missing DeAndre Hunter as well. So they're not going to look like the same squad as they were last season as well. I'm hoping that we're healthy by the time the weekend comes. We get this Thanksgiving celebration in, and then we get straight to work. Get down to it.
Yeah, real talk, CT. And Atlanta's been playing real good. They won 5 games in a row. They're pretty hot right now. They one of the hotter teams in the association. And that's what we need to get to. We need to get on our streak now. It's time to really put the pedal to the metal and get this thing going in the right direction. Because now it's from here to the All-Star break. Now, after the next couple of games, now we're going into the second quarter of the season. That's going to be going into the All-Star break, the trading deadline. And I really want to see how we do with these up and coming games. And we got like I said, we got a pretty tough schedule. But I do believe that we're going to go in here and put the work in and play good Knicks basketball and let's see let the chips fall where they may. If we play hard and go real hard and we lose, that's fine. We lost, but we went hard. We paid attention to everything Tom Thibodeau wanted the team to do with the rest of the coaches, and the players went out there and gave maximum effort. That's all you can ask for when you have a team out there competing every night. Just put in maximum effort, man, and don't take no more for granted. But I know with the next 2 teams we're not going to take for granted because we know them guys is that good. So we normally get up for the competition, like I said earlier. And I'm looking forward to these guys going in there and battling. It's going to be a fire this weekend. Thanksgiving weekend, Friday at the world most famous arena down in Atlanta. That's Saturday. This is a good weekend for basketball for New York Knicks fans. Let's hope that we can come out of here feeling good about our team at these next couple of games. Because I do think if we can win that game Friday, we're going to have some good energy going into Atlanta Saturday. Because like I said, it is a back-to-back. We got to get out there and get on that plane and get down to Atlanta to the ATL and make it happen. But I'm confident that we're playing good, and I think we got a good chance to get this team Friday to come out here and put up a good fight. And then we know, like I said, moving forward, we'll deal with everything come one game at a time. But at the same time, we know what our schedule is like that's coming up. We're going to be prepared for it. Let's go see what we're going to do.
Yeah, either way, win or lose, it's going to be a great test to see where we're at. I'm excited for that. Put our best against their best. See where we currently sit. In the standings. We are 10-8 right now. We pick up a great win or 2, hopefully, in these 2 games coming up, and that's just going to set things up for the season, I think, as well. These could be character building wins to be had. Divine and I mentioned 2 tough games against Phoenix last season. I'd love to get one back on them. They were really, really close games, and I think this squad's going to show what it can do. Against Phoenix and Atlanta, win or lose, I think they'll be really close games, and I think they'll go down to the very end.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're going to play hard there. That's one of the things I'm not concerned about. I know the Knicks going to come out there and play hard Friday and Saturday. That I do believe that. And let's hope that we get some of our horses back, man. Some of our soldiers back. If Mitchell Robinson can get back, Derrick Rose can get back, Todd Gibson on reserve can get back. I think that'd be huge for us. And then we can go down there and play them almost full throttle, and we can see what a difference that Mitchell Robinson can make compared to what happened against them in the playoffs last year. You know what I mean, well, we didn't have Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean, and things of that nature, man. And that interior defense. You know, when Noel had to go out the game, Todd, this savvy veteran that he is, you know, he gave us some great minutes in the playoffs, man. But you know, he's not Mitchell Robinson on a defense end, but he's a hard nosed guy. So having him back, hopefully, because you know we know Mitchell Robinson was in a concussion protocol because he got hit in the face a couple of games ago. So let's hope that he get back. He'll be able to come back Friday and Saturday and contribute to these two games. Because you look at the next 5 games, CT, we got the Suns, the Hawks, the Nets, the Bulls. You know what I mean? So these 5 games gonna be important for us. You know what I mean? And I think moving forward, if we can come out of this thing 4-1, 3-2, you know that keeps us 3 games over 500. That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Like you said, absolutely. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, because the East is very, very close. You know, we'll touch on the league coming up and what the situation is. But today was a very, very good day for us. You know, results wise. So it'd be great to capitalize on that. You know, take it to these bigger clubs, take it to them, and you know, and continue the wins. You know, continue the wins ticking up. You know, and like you said, I think the Knicks will play hard both these games. You know, we are playing well against every good opponent this season. You know, we're playing hard, we're getting up for it. It's the other ones that we're playing down to the bad teams. You know, but as far as Phoenix goes, I think it's on their memory from last season. I think it's also the Atlanta one is definitely on their memory. You know, Julius Randle is going to be hyped for that one. RJ Barrett is going to be hyped. You know, there were some words said last season, and I don't think they've forgotten that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think they got this circled on their calendar for sure. Sometime, you know, when somebody trying to test your manhood or test who you are as a ball player, you're not going to forget that. When somebody trying to throw shade at you, trying to get some clickbait or some tabloid news, you know, they're going to remember that stuff, you know. And I really Clint Capella, you know, the stuff that he was saying. I think that, you know, though that's not going to be the outcome of the game, but it gives you fuel to the fire. You know, and all that good stuff. So we'll see how it goes, man. Them 2 games coming up. We got the Knicks on, like I said, playing Friday night. Knicks at MSG against the Phoenix Suns. Then we going down to the ATL the next day, guys. So let's hope that we have a good weekend of Knicks basketball. We come out victorious. You know, as we go into the NBA, let's get around the NBA, man. They got a lot of NBA news, a lot of NBA scores, and all that stuff. Let's get into that, CT. And right now, if you're looking at the standings in the Eastern Conference, and from our perspective, obviously, we got the Nets as 14-5. They playing good basketball. They number 1. The Heat took an L tonight. They 12-7 at number 2. The Bulls is number 3. They took an L tonight. They had 12-7. The Wizards took an L tonight. They 11-7 at the 4th spot. Hornets 12-8. They won today. They had the 5th spot. The Bucks won. I think they had the 6th spot, 11-8. And the Knicks sitting there at 10-8 and the 7th spot. You know, we played Friday, so we had a day off. A couple 76ers lost tonight. I'm assuming, and they 10-9. I make sure I'm on 100% on that, guy, because I didn't get to see the final score. But you know, they 10-9, they 8th. We got the Hawks at 10-9, they 9th. That's why it's gonna be a big game this weekend against them. Boston 10-9, they lost tonight to the Nets. You know, so that's gonna be a you know, a big game for us this weekend, man. The Cavaliers lost tonight, 9-10, and they number 11th. We got the Raptors 9-10, they number 12. They won tonight. The Pacers lost tonight, they 8-12. You got the Pistons at 4-14. They're 14th, and last at Orlando Magic CT at 4-15. And right now we're sitting at 7th in the Eastern Conference, man. And I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. You know, considering how everything's so tight, we are 1.5 games from going to 2nd spot. Think about that. You know, that's crazy. So, considering things are so early, it's very, very important we continue to pick up these wins, you know, going into this tough stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to take care of our home. We have to take care of our business and let everybody else beat each other up. Like I always say, let the East beat each other up and compete against them. We just got to make sure we win our games. You know, we don't worry about what the other teams are doing, but you know, for our fan base, we like scoreboard watching. We like standing watching. You know, that's what we do as fans. But right now, we just got to keep playing basketball, moving forward. The NBA is a long season, and the Eastern got much better this year. A lot of teams got better. A lot of teams improved. You know, we improved also. But we got to make sure that we come in here and do our job against the East, because the East is looking pretty tough. But I do believe a lot of the people up top are going to come back down to earth. You know what I mean? They come back down to earth. It's a matter of time where you realize like they catching people by surprise. So a lot of these guys got good records because they haven't played this. This is the first time they're playing this team, and they catch them on these nights. But once you play them one time, then the second half of the season come around, now you know what they can do. Then it's a different ball game. You know what I mean? And then a lot of these teams that we think that's up there might not even be up there. So, but it's going to be a tough grind. It's going to be a tough grind. And the East has got real good. CT and if you look at the Western Conference over there, I mean, they balling over there as well. Number one is the Warriors, 16-2. They are killing it. They are killing it. Suns 15-3 will play the Knicks Friday. They second in the association. The Jazz is 12-6. They third. The Mavericks is 10-7. Kristaps Porzingis has been playing phenomenal the last 5 games for them guys. So maybe the injuries start to get away from him. He can get back to playing regular basketball. Clippers 10-8. They lost to the Mavericks. Actually, they number 5. The Trailblazers are number 6. They 10-9. Seem like they starting to get their groove. Memphis Grizzlies is number 7 at 9-9. Timberwolves is 9-9. They beat the Heat tonight. Good game for them. Lakers 10-10. They bounced back and beat the Pacers after we beat them last night. The Nuggets is 9-9. Obviously, Nikola Jokic is going to be out for a minute. We got Michael Porter Jr. is not playing right now, so they trying to stay afloat. The Kings is 7-12. They just fired their coach, Luke Walton, and replaced him with Alvin Gentry. So he's going to be the interim for right now. They number 11 at 7-12. The Thunder 6-12. Good young team. They're going to be something to watch in a couple of years. I think Presti is building a good little young nucleus down there with SGA. They had number 12. Then you got the Spurs at 4-13. Obviously, I think the Spurs is looking to go another direction, rebuild basically. Popovich, you don't know if he's going to be here next year. Could be his final year. He could coach another year. Who knows? But I don't think he's going to be around too much longer. The Pelicans 4-16. No Zion. Had a good win tonight. Really had a good win tonight, and the Rockets had a good win tonight. You know what I mean? And so that's where the Western Conference is, CT. And like I said, it's about to get into it right now.
Yeah, facts, right? The Rockets picked up a great win, which helped us.
Mm-hmm.
Beating the Bulls, I believe. That was surprising, but I'll take it. Like I said, there's a lot of parity around the league this season. More in recent memory, basically, especially in the East. The East is very, very strong now. And I think where we are right now, it's a good platform to build upon. And I think, especially with this squad still building chemistry, basically, I think when all things click, you'll definitely see us move up real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's time for us to catch lightning in the bottle now. I just think it's time for us to hit our stride. We 5-5 in the last 10 games, but I do think that we about to catch that run. We about to get that run. I really believe that. And like I said, if we go 3-2 or 4-1, come out of the next 5 games, that's going to be huge. You know what I mean? That's going to be real huge for us. You know what I mean? And if you look at, like I said today, Lakers beat the Pacers 124-116. Suns beat the Cavaliers 120-115 to help the Knicks out. The Pelicans beat the Wizards 127-102, helped the Knicks out. Timberwolves went and beat the Heat in Minnesota 113-101. And Anthony Edwards had a tremendous facial dunk tonight in that game. Oh my goodness, that young man was up in the rafters when he dunked that tonight. So, Bucks beat the Pistons 114-93. Hawks beat the Spurs 124-106. The Magic beat the lost to the Hornets 106-99. Nets beat the Celtics 123-104. The Rockets beat the Bulls. Big win for us from that standpoint. We beat the Rockets the other day. We played the Bulls tough, and we should have won that game in Chicago, but the Rockets beat them 118-113. Jazz beat the Thunder 110-104. Raptors smashed the Grizzlies by 13. They were trailing that game for a while, and the Warriors beat the Sixers by 20. And the Kings beat the Trailblazers. That's a tough loss for the Trailblazers there. So, overall, man, we had a lot of good games today in the association that helped the Knicks out. From in the standing standpoint. So we just got to hope that this thing keep going. We keep winning the games, CT, that we're going to win, and all that good stuff, man. And then, like I said, I think hopefully we be in prime position to get the fan base feeling that we were feeling before the season started.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams still figuring their ways as well. I think we'll see some teams slide, definitely early success, and we'll see some teams start to pick up, that are down below, starting to pick things up a bit. Milwaukee, I think Atlanta as well. But there will be some teams slide. I think the Wizards, the Pacers, the Hornets, Celtics, I think they'll hit a roadblock soon, and we need to be there ready to pounce. And our record against them is pretty good. We've beaten Boston, beaten Philly twice. We've beaten Milwaukee now. Um, you know, I look forward to the Heat, and I look forward to this Atlanta matchup in the East, and just pitting us up against the best. Seeing where we are right now, and of course, the best against the West. We play the Nuggets soon as well. I think the Nuggets coming up. We've had a hard time against them recently as well. So let's pray for health, and let's hope that everyone's clicking. I think we're starting to pick things up defensively, like I said, and I think that's just going to help us on the other end.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it's had to be about, man. I think we just go and keep playing the best we could play, keep bringing our A game to the table every night, and it's gonna be nice where we might have to play with our C game or our B game, but hopefully we see more A games than B's and C's and D games. You know what I mean? That we just about to hit our stride, and I think it was so important for Evan Fournier to get off the stride. We paid the man, the money we paid him to be one of the major parts of this team, and when Evan Fournier score 15 points, the Knicks are undefeated, 5-0. So it's important that he continue to get to come out there and get back to where he do best. Evan Fournier is a good basketball player. We need him. We need R.J. Barrett. We need Randall. We need the whole team just to keep producing, man. Kemba Walker, he's gonna get his back sooner or later. You're gonna see Kemba Walker catch fire, and it might not happen at the right time. So I think you're gonna get to see all this stuff finally take shape, trying to come together. And all the cohesion, all the chemistry, the camaraderie are gonna blend, and it's gonna be like just one big recipe for success, and I think that's what we're gonna do, man. And speaking of recipes, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Man, enjoy your friends, your family, your loved ones, and I'm gonna just enjoy these the festivity with your family, man, and keep everybody out there who don't have a chance to have these Thanksgiving. Just pray for them, keep them in your prayer, but first and foremost, enjoy your family, man. Enjoy the day. And to all those who are going out there celebrating, having a good time, and eat your turkey, eat whatever you eat, man. Just be safe, have fun, and CT, and we just got to keep it going, and get looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, man, and appreciate everyone, all the support for the Real Buzz. Be well, look after your family, take care of business, have a rest, clear your mind, do what you love to do, and I think the New York Knicks will have a good weekend. Like we will. We'll be back. Pre-game, post-game this weekend. Look forward to chopping it up with everyone. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody, like I said, once again, Knicks Real Talk, the streets are buzzing, the Real Buzz. Y'all make sure y'all keep looking out for the video, like and subscribe to the channel to get the content that we put out there for the Knicks fan base and the NBA fans. And as we continue just moving forward, man, through the season, long season, we'll be around. So once again, thank you guys for chiming into the video, man. Y'all make sure y'all go hit the video up and check it out and check the content out. And we got it here, man. Divine CT, the Real Buzz, Knicks Real Talk, the streets of Buzzing. Y'all have a good night, man. We'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.